What's the word? ZAPSTREAM here. Pop quiz, hotshot. Hypothetically speaking, let's say you're a soldier and you go off to war and you get your limbs blown off or one of your limbs blown off. What happens then? What do you do? What do you do? Well, at this time, this current, this current age, or pretty much they'll send you home as a disabled vet and wish you luck, and that'll pretty much be the end of your military career. But what if, with just in a short time, they just woke you up? You woke up in the hospital, and they told you, "Well, good job, soldier. We'll have you back in the field in no time at all, with this brand new limb." That's right, brand new limbs. Prosthetics, I'm talking about. Tactile prosthetics. Not only will you have prosthetics like everybody else does, but you'll be able to feel. That's right, feel. The other day, all the computers went out at my office, and I decided to pick up a magazine that was just sitting there. I don't know who brought it in, but I guess somebody brought it in, one of my employees or one of the partners that works there. And it's from, it was a magazine, Bloomberg Newsweekly or something like that. Yeah. And Bloomberg Newsweek. And I was thumbing through it, and then I stumbled up to an article, and the article is by Michael Belfiore. And this is an old magazine. I don't know. It was just there, but it's an article from back in October 8th, 2015. And pretty much it was kind of just labeled Tactile Prosthetics, and it was a prosthetic arm that gives amputees the sense of touch. Well, the innovator for all this is a man named Jeffrey Ling, who is the Director of Biological Technologies at the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, basically. And through the help of the APL, John Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory, he has been inventing, I guess, or coming up with these prosthetic ideas where you get an arm or a limb, and basically you wire it to the brain. You attach like electrodes to the motor cortex of the brain. The whoever is missing the limb or whatnot, and the motor cortex. That's the part of the brain that controls movement. So anyway, they control it, but for somehow, some way, they figured out a way to where you can actually feel, sense touch through this prosthetic. That is quite exciting. I don't know why I didn't read about this earlier, but that was something that I kind of figured, well, you know what? This applies to Black Ops 3, even Black Ops Advanced Warfare. And even the new one, Infinite Warfare, or whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but I hope I got it right. Where it's the future of warfare. Now, DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Agency, whatever, they basically do a lot of stuff for the military, a lot of experiment, new technologies and stuff like that. Like I think even the stealth planes were even helped to or invented by them or researched and all that other stuff. How did this guy not see me? Oh, by the way, I'm on theater mode, in case you're wondering. But yeah, so that is the future of warfare, and I know that a lot of people have been complaining and kind of upset about the new Call of Duty games that are coming out, and even like Black Ops 3 is just too futuristic. They say it's not necessarily too futuristic, but they say it's too sci-fi, quote unquote. But is it really too sci-fi? We are already at this point in time with prosthetics to where someone can uh, have the sense of feel, the sense of touch through the prosthetic by wiring it to the brain. So, I think that's a good thing. It's not necessarily only for soldiers, but for other people as well that are missing limbs or even born without limbs. That would be really, really cool for them. I think it would. And it's an exciting time for people, for technology. And I know in the future it's going to be perfected. And, maybe a few hundred years, maybe less. We never know how technology grows. We won't even need a body, just our brains, just complete total cyborgs. And I know that time will come sometime in the future. Don't know when, but it's exciting to think about that. Soldiers don't have to just give up and quit and be depressed because they're missing limbs and just be disabled and forgotten about, because that happens a lot, and it's very unfortunate. So I think that technology is growing, and it's a good thing that it's growing. And getting back to the game here, a lot of people just they want boots on the ground or old war type video games where they get to play, like World War II and all that other stuff, Battlefield 4 type stuff as well. But, I think Call of Duty is moving in the right direction. It's not necessarily for 10-year-old kids or whatnot. It's for everyone who enjoys the game because it's the future. They're making futuristic games, and they're not sci-fi. It's actual science reality that this will happen, including the exoskeletons. Those are already in development, and they're being fine-tuned and perfected, and also as well, like what this video is about, the prosthetics. So when I first after I read that, I started thinking about this one particular game that I had. At the end of it, there was this when you get all the prosthetics, all the cybernetics or whatnot. Cybernetics, I don't know where that came from, forget about it. But all the limbs and everything's replaced on a person, and there's the taunt that you get at the end of the game. Well, this one particular taunt is full metal everything, and I think in the future soldiers will be full metal everything, and they won't even have to worry about their limbs or whatnot if they lose them, because they'll just get replacement metal ones, and they'll still be able to have the sense of feel and the sense of touch. And they can still continue on with their military careers instead of just be retired early because of such a unfortunate injury, such as losing a limb in battle. So I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea or a bad thing that Call of Duty is moving forward to these futuristic games. Now, of course, I'm not sure about space, but I'm sure, as technology grows, the more that we will venture out of this world, venture into the moon, have military bases on the moon, or have military bases just orbiting Earth. And of course, they'll have to be protected by security forces, special forces. And as like I said, future grows, the technology grows. There might be enemy forces that also have military bases on the moon and also orbiting the Earth, and maybe there'll be some warfare there as well. So, it's not far-fetched. It's not sci-fi at all. I truly believe that this is the future of warfare. And, hopefully we can find peace where we don't always have to be at war with each other, this Earth, because if technology is growing so far, so fast, and at this pace, to where we are going to have warfare in space, I think I'm going to be hippie-ish here, but if the Earth comes together, everyone, all the countries, imagine all the different worlds we can reach, all the different technologies and everything we can find cures and everything for the future. Anyway, thanks for watching. ZAPSTREAM out.